Hi everyone, welcome or welcome back. In today's video, I look a little lackluster, for lack of a better term. All I have down is my base, so foundation, concealer, powder, my eyebrows, which came out way stronger than I intended them to. I got possessed by the spirit of 2016 eyebrows today. But what I'm going to be doing today is playing with R.E.M.Beauty or R.E.M. Beauty, which is Ariana Grande's makeup line. It's found at Ulta. I saw that they have released some new powder blushes and bronzers, and those sort of piqued my interest. So I picked up a few other goodies, and we're going to be using them today. This brand has been out for a little bit now, but I want to say I was de-influenced. I think that's like the popular term now, right? A lot of people were saying like how powdery the products were. They weren't that great quality. I'd always pass it in Ulta and I just didn't feel a connection with the brand, honestly. You know, there's just some brands you just skip right over. They don't really pique your interest. And unfortunately, this was one of those brands. But I think I was just being biased. I had been influenced by those individuals that said the products weren't that great. But now that she is releasing newer products, I wanted to pick up a few things. So I did own this eyeshadow palette. It is called Go-Go Boots. Ulta, during their like 21 days of beauty, they had it for about 50% off. While I've owned it for about a year now, I have never used this eyeshadow palette. I have touched it, I have pulled it out, I've swatched it, I've thought about using it, but I don't know. Something about this color story, I feel like they're very pretty individual shades, but I just can't picture them together. And that just may be my lack of creativity. But yeah, so today I didn't pick up the full line. So the products like the potted concealer, that doesn't really appeal to me. The foundation, and it's kind of a thick foundation. That's not really something that appeals to me either. I do like full coverage foundations, but I prefer something that is a little bit lighter, doesn't feel heavy on the skin. So I skipped out on that. Mascara, skin prep type stuff, skipped out on that. So what I picked up were mostly face products. I did pick up another eyeshadow palette, which I'll be using today. A lipstick. She came out with a newer set that includes a lip gloss, a highlighter, and an like a liquid eyeshadow, I believe. And I picked up some of her lashes. The styles actually looked like lashes I would enjoy, so I picked a few of those up. So the other palette from the line that I decided to pick up is Midnight Snack. This was the one I wanted originally when Ulta had them on sale, but it was completely sold out. It is more so of a cooler color story with that pop of blue. See, like I can see these colors working together, whereas the other one, there's like a light blue, a purple, a coppery sort of shade. Yeah, I'm having a hard time putting this together. I do want to play with it eventually, but today I think we will stick with the new one I just purchased, so the Midnight Snack. I think I'll go ahead and start on eyes first. Yeah. I also picked up this new set she came out with. Again, it brings a liquid eyeshadow, an exclusive highlighter, and a lip gloss, I believe. Yes. So a new limited edition Midnight Shadows Lustrous. Oh no. So that's limited edition. Wait, what? Okay, so the liquid eyeshadow and the highlighter are both limited edition. The liquid eyeshadow in 1984 and the highlighter in Honeymoon High. The gloss is their top seller in Pink Razor. Let me pull out the eye thing to see if I want to use that today. Here's the highlighter in Honeymoon High. It's like a peachy sort of pink with like shimmer and a few micro glitters in there. This is a swatch. I don't know if you can see that. This is the Plumping Lip Gloss in Pink Razor. The packaging so far is super cute. I was not expecting it to be like a squeeze tube. I definitely was expecting a doe foot to come out of here. It's like a very soft pinky peach, I'd describe it. And the last item in that set is the liquid eyeshadow in 1954. I don't know if I said that before. I am not wearing my glasses, so reading small print is very difficult. That looks like there. So they all have like a very peachy pink tone to this. This one has like orange, pink, purple, glitter, and it's got like a slight peachy base to it. Very pretty. Going in with the Midnight Snack palette, I'm going to go ahead and take this matte sort of cream shade and just run that all over the lid. Like sheer pigmentations blending out well. Now I'm going to go in with the matte sort of taupey brown shade and put that into the crease. There's a little bit of fallout, which is why I prefer to do my eyeshadow before my foundation, but it's pretty light pigmentation, trying to build it up. It is blending very nicely. It's very smooth. I'm gonna go in with this sort of gunmetal silver shade and pack that on the lid. The shimmers are not that impressive. They're very like flat sort of shimmer. Like it's got good pigmentation, but if you're wanting something like foiled, this is not giving that. I can try to wet it to see if that'll foil it a bit more. Just taking the same brush, I'm gonna wet it. I just have water in this bottle. Let's see if that's better. Pretty much the same effect. So yeah, if you want like high impact foil shimmers, this is not it. Not that that's a bad thing, just letting you know. I kind of want to take the liquid shadow and apply some sort of at the end of that silver. I'm going to take a brush and blend it in. Oh. It's probably not not a smart idea to put this on top of powders. Looking a little textured, but that's probably my fault. taking the black from the palette, gonna run that on the outer corner. I kind of want to take one of the shadows from this palette, either the light teal, I guess you can call that, or purple. Maybe I'll make the blue the inner corner. I think that'd be cute. Okay, so taking that sort of like Tiffany blue from the Go-Go Boots palette, I'm gonna pop that in the inner corner. I'm kind of really hating the liquid eyeshadow there. So I'm gonna actually take my finger and cover it up with the purpley shade from the Go-Go Boots palette. As you can see, there is quite a bit of fallout. I think I'm gonna end the eyes here. Let me go ahead and clean this up and we can move on to the other products. I also picked up 3 lashes. They were on sale at Ulta. They might still be. This is in the style Grow and Show. This is in the style Eternally Meowing. Oh. And these are in the style Provocateur. For today, they're all very pretty. They look very light and wispy. I'm gonna go in with Eternally Meowing. So I'm gonna apply those off camera because nobody wants to see me struggle apply lashes. Next, I'm going to be trying their new bronzer. This is the Hypernova Satin Matte Bronzer. I got mine in the shade Send to Voicemail, which I believe is the lightest shade. I was close to getting the second to lightest shade, but I would rather be safe than sorry because I am very fair. So this is described as a sublime, oh, wrong language, just kidding. Sunbeam up and bask in the natural looking glow of this ultra sensorial vegan bronzer that's a virtually weightless powder that melts into the skin. Perfectly lightweight for a sun-kissed satin matte look year round. You get 0.35 ounces in here and it retails for $25. Nothing really has a scent to it, so if you are scent averse to makeup, that's good. That feels very smooth and buttery. Ooh, the texture is nice. And it's very light, but that's fine because I'm very light. And it's got a like neutral to yellowish sort of undertone, which I think I will enjoy. So let's go ahead and try this on the face. I feel like I look crazy, like washed out. I hope I don't look super washed out when I'm editing this. But here goes nothing. I'm taking some of the bronzer. Very powdery. Blending out very nicely. It doesn't look patchy. And that's what that is looking like on the skin. I really like this bronzer. The tone, it's got like a very neutral yellowish tone. So if you are neutral or olive, I feel like you'd like this. It blended out easily. It's buildable, so it didn't Go on to pigmented, which I like in a bronzer. Yeah, I think I like this. I also picked up 2 of their new powder blushes. These are the Hypernova Satin Matte Blush. I have the shades Pinking of You and Peach Planet. They go on to describe the blushes as give cheeks a natural sun-washed kiss with the ultra sensorial, virtually weightless powder blush that melts into skin, perfectly lightweight for a soft pop of buildable satin matte color. So very similar to the bronzer description. I'm gonna go ahead and pull out, what's this one? Peach Planet first. Same sort of packaging, but these are a circle with a little window in them. No mirror. That's what that looks like. Same texture as the bronzer, very smooth. And this is the shade Pinking of You. That one looks like. According to Ulta, the blushes bring 0.17 ounces and retail for $20 each. I'm just going to apply both of them, one on one cheek, one on the other, because I'm not going anywhere. So I'm going to go in with Pinking of You first. This is a natural hair brush. Maybe that was a bad idea. Very pretty. More pigmented than I would care for, but it's blending out easily. They're definitely, I don't know if you'd call this a satin matte. I think it's more like just a flat matte. So that's the pinkier one. I'm gonna take Peach Planet and go on the other cheek. And that is what that looks like. Very pretty soft peach. This is more of a cool tone pink. The last item I purchased is one of their lipsticks. It's the On Your Color matte lipstick. I have the shade Bubbly. Same silver packaging. This also has like a little window. Kind of looks like an astronaut. That looks like. This has like a slight vanilla smell. Reminds me of like MAC lipsticks. And this is a soft matte. So let me apply that. Very smooth. Nice pigmentation. I like this color. That's what that looks like. Oh, I like this. Very smooth, feels moisturizing even though it's soft matte. I'm gonna go ahead and top it with the plumping gloss in pink razor that came in the set. I don't like this packaging. Like, this plastic is kind of too hard to squeeze. That's like super messy too, so you'd have to wipe it down each time. They should rethink this packaging. It's supposed to be a plumping gloss. I don't feel anything. Looks fine. It's a gloss. I lied. I also want to try the highlighter that came in that kit in Honeymoon High. I don't know if this will go with anything, but I don't care. I want to try things out. So it's got definitely more of a pinkier shift when you apply it to the skin. It's very pretty, a little glittery. I don't mind a glittery highlighter. It's got its place. It's not like a highlighter I would pull for every day, but that's what the highlighter looks like. All right, so I have some thoughts. Now that I've had the gloss on for a little bit, it does have like a little tingly, minty sort of sensation. It's nothing unbearable. I don't know if it's plumping my lips at all. I can't really tell. But it's fine. I probably would never purchase these solely due to the packaging. I don't like that squeeze tube dispensation method. The color is pretty. The formula seems comfortable enough, but yeah, because of the squeeze tube, would not repurchase one of these. The lipstick, I'm gonna pick up a few more of these. I can already tell you, I really enjoy this formula. They're like extremely smooth. If you are familiar with MAC's like Powder Kiss, they're sort of like that, but more creamy, more moisturizing. I don't love the packaging. It's a little bit bulky, but it goes along with everything else, so I kind of see where they were going. And it can stand on its own. It has like a flat base, so that's neat if you want to just stand it on your vanity. Lipsticks I do really love, at least the matte one. I don't know if she has other formulas. The liquid eyeshadow is probably going to be something I'm going to have to test on its own. It wasn't smart of me to try to layer this on top of powders, and I had foundation down already. So it probably just mixed in with all that and didn't perform as well. It's a pretty shade, but definitely something I'll have to revisit. So I can't give you like my final thoughts on this product. The highlighter, this is not a shade I would normally pick. Again, it's kind of like the shifty bubblegum sort of pink. It's fun. Yeah, if you're into like a different sort of highlighters and you don't mind it having bigger glitter particles, I think these are fun, and they're not like terribly priced either. The lashes really surprised me. I normally wouldn't pick up lashes from a brand. I normally go with like Ardell or Kiss. You know, more drugstore lashes are what I normally steer towards. But these have an invisible band. It feels like I have nothing on the eyes. I think they're very light, very pretty, flirty, very wispy. So I am definitely going to pick up a few more of these because it feels like I have nothing on my eyes right now. I did have to cut them a little bit, but that's pretty normal with me. My eyes are a bit small, and because I have hooded eyes, I don't need like super, or I personally do not like super long dramatic lashes, so these fit my aesthetic perfectly. When it comes to the eyeshadows, I'll probably have to play with them a little bit more, but I will say you can skip on these. Honestly, just go for like ColourPop. If you're looking for fun color stories, you'll get them for an even lesser price than these cost. Like, again, this brand isn't terribly priced, but I think you can get better quality at a lower price. They're just okay. Like the shimmers, metallic, whatever you want to call them, they don't pop enough for me. Everything did blend out easily. They're very pigmented, I will give them that. Very easy formula to work with. They did have fallout. That doesn't bother me so much. I know some people don't like that. I normally do my eye makeup before my base makeup. So yeah, I'll play with them a bit more, but I don't see myself really reaching for them. Like this one's cute, like as a like smoky, cool tone sort of story. So I can definitely see this being like someone's like go-to smoky palette. If you're into like not as intense shimmers. This one, again, I feel like this is just a bunch of singles popped into one palette. But yeah, I don't love this formula. So I would just skip all these. Now the moment we've all been waiting for, the new products. The bronzer and blushes, they have the same exact formula, except some are colorful, so those are your blushes, and the bronzers are obviously in bronzer shades. I think these are beautiful. They blend it out easily. They feel very soft, very velvety, have good pigmentation, like not too pigmented, but definitely buildable. The blushes come in a bunch of pretty shades. I'm not sure how many bronzers she came out with. I can check that real quick. Let's see. There are a total of 6. So the one I got is the lightest one. She describes it as light with neutral undertones. And the deepest one is Espresso Martini, rich with cool undertones. I don't see swatches. Let me see. Those are the swatches for the deep. It's kind of blending into the deepest model's arm, so they probably could have gone deeper. But because I don't have a deep skin tone, I can't tell you that. But yeah, I think they have a good distribution, but they probably could have gone more. I think the pricing is fair. The blushes are $20. The bronzer is $25. The packaging, again, it's not my favorite. Like if you try to organize these, because they have these like sort of domed rounded tops, they're hard to like stack and organize. So that is just a personal thing. But yeah. So it was fun playing around with this new brand, trying out new products. Let me know, have you tried this brand? Are you going to be picking up any of their new blushes or bronzers? Is there like a staple product I completely skipped over in this brand for you? Let me know. My final thoughts are some things are hits, some things are misses, right? So I think the face products are beautiful. The eyeshadows I can do without. The lipstick was very nice. The lip gloss, that packaging is an absolute no for me. My one critique will be for this to be sort of like a futuristic space sort of theme brand. Like that's kind of like what they're going for. Very futuristic, very modern. I don't think the formulas are reflecting that at all. Like this eyeshadow, the color story was beautiful, but they could have really gone there with like a really impactful silver, a really duochrome sort of lilac shade. So I think some of the products are a bit lackluster for the, I guess, theme or image that they're trying to portray. That's just my personal thoughts. Well, that is the end of this video. Thank you again to anyone who watches and supports my channel. I really appreciate it. Let me know what you'd like to see from me down below in the comments. You know, I'm trying to write down some ideas for fun videos to film. I've been on a roll lately. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe, like, share. Again, share with me in the comments. Is there anything from this line that you love? Are you going to skip out on the blushes and bronzers completely? And let me know what other content you'd like to see from me. Have a great day, and thank you for your time. Take care.